Well, hello there. I wanted to talk a little bit about something that's one of the healthiest foods on earth, and that would be the amazing honey. Now, this particular one, as you can see, is local, and the reason you see that local sticker on there and why it means something more than just supporting your local farmer and beekeeper, which is a very expensive, very difficult hobby or farming thing to be a part of. That is the manufacture of honey in a natural, organic way. But that's not the only reason. One of the other main reasons to get local is because the bees that will make this honey are getting their pollen from flowers and plants and things that are in your local area, which means that you won't develop allergies to the pollen of those plants and flowers if you consume the honey from the bees that use that pollen. No different than being given an anti-venom for a spider or a snake bite to build up your immunity so that if you handle or deal with those animals, you can be bit or stung by them. And that's one of the reasons why I love honey, because the list of things that make it amazing just keep on going. So move that out of the way. And now let's talk about the incredible antifungal properties that it has. Oh my goodness. What about all the antibacterial qualities that it has? That's right. So there is a reason, and this is my favorite part about talking about honey. There's a reason why bears, who have an incredibly similar digestive system to ours, why bears love, relish, and consume so much honey. Because it jumpstarts, cleans, purifies, and rejuvenates their digestive system. Now, they eat differently than we do. Humans like to put a little bit of everything on a plate and mix it, and we have a different breakfast, then we do a lunch, then we do a dinner, and so forth. But bears tend to eat the exact same thing if they can. Now, they're opportunists, they'll eat anything they get their hands on, but in ritualistic manner, a bear really eats a lot of omegas, and especially omega-3s with all that fatty, delicious antioxidant, incredible minerals, amino acids, and vitamins in salmon, and bears love their salmon. Bears also love their roots, their tubers. They like to dig in the dirt and pull up big roots and big old chunks of garlic and big old balls of onion and just eat them up. And they will eat a ton of them. So they're not eating onions and venison, deer meat and everything put in a little pile in front of them, eating a little bit like we do. They eat only one. So when they go out, they gorge on that one thing that they find until that's the only thing in their digestive system. And that's why bears grow so big and are so healthy and can make such incredible muscle tissue, because of the way their body processes protein. Now, one of the things that I have heard, I'm not sure if it's true, but if humans were to eat like bears for about 2, 3, 4, 500 years, we would get taller, heavier, more muscular, and extremely aggressive. And we would grow hair all over our body, which is kind of cool, actually. But we would get extremely aggressive. And that's one of the reasons why early on we were deviated away from that. Because they don't like the aggression that happens to humans when we eat too much meat, while at the same time control the flora in our guts so that we don't get a candida poisoning. This is one of your best defenses for getting a candida infection in your stomach, because it actually inhibits its growth. It will not kill it. As you know, very few things can kill fungal infections on contact. That includes colloidal silvers, garlics. They can kill it, and they will impede it, and they will do that, but they can't just kill it, like all of it, and make it so that it's not a problem. It takes multiple things used together over a long period of time. So a large amount of honey taken every day in this format Woo! And then I like to Oh, and it burns too. If you get it up on the skin where your nasal passages are, like you try to tickle your throat with your tongue with some honey on it, get it back there, whew, it burns. That goes to show you how powerful it is, because it's incredibly powerful. Antibacterial, antifungal, antimicrobial. I mean, it's heavy-duty cleaning for your body. Put it on your teeth. It's so good for your body in every way and every form. I add it to my tea. But this is the part of the video that I actually wanted to talk about at the 5-minute, 39-second mark. God, where does the time go? So the thing is with honey and all of its incredible, amazing benefits, every single one of them is rendered moot if you heat it. Heating is pasteurizing. You don't want to pasteurize it. That's the reason you spent all your money on raw, unfiltered honey. And now you're going to put it in your hot coffee as a sweetener or your hot tea as a sweetener? No. You're actually destroying it and actually making it so that it's no longer healthy. So now you're just consuming sugar. And without the positive benefits that the honey itself provides, that sugar is going to spike and cause problems. And you don't want that. And it will feed candida instead of harm it, okay? So the key to enjoying honey is to have it raw. Just put it on your fruits and your cereals and things that aren't heated. I wouldn't even put it on my oatmeal unless you've churned it a little bit and let some of that steam out. The hotter it is, the more damage it will cause to the honey, okay? So we don't want to heat our honey. We want to keep it cool. Room temperature. You can put it in the refrigerator. You don't need to do that. It is the only food source that we know of. Honey is the only thing on earth that we know of that never expires. That no matter how old it is, no matter how long it's been encapsulated inside a log of wood, if you tear that wood open and there's a chunk of crystallized honey, you can grab it, you can heat it, melt it down, and you can eat it. Now you'll lose the benefits from heating it, but you can let it thaw out by keeping it in a warm environment and let it get softer until it's liquid again. And it won't hurt you. It's delicious. It doesn't grow microbes. It can't get bacteria because it's anti. So it can just sit around for thousands of years and still be edible. You could even break off chunks of that crystallized form and it could be a hard rock candy. That's what bears do with it. They suck on it. Honey is awesome. Don't heat it. If you do, I use it in my tea, and I let my tea cool down to before. So it's not like you heat your tea and it's still steaming and you put your tea bags in or you put your strainer and your tea leaves in and then you add your honey. That you don't want to do. Just take your teacup with you, set it down, take some sips until it's like, woo, it's hot still. And then when it's right that perfect temperature, when you can drink it, it's not hot enough to burn your tongue, let it cool down just a little bit more and then add all the honey you want, man. Because honey is so good for you. Honey, I love you because you're so good. Honey, I need you because your nutrients and antioxidants are so plenty. Honey, I love you and I'm being good because I'm not heating you. No. So if you're going to add honey to baked goods, put it on top after you've baked and cooked. Don't use honey. You can use honey all you want and do whatever you want to it if you just want the sweetness part of it. It's better than any sugar out there. But if you want honey for its nutrients, don't heat it. All right? Thanks for watching. Kept it under 10 minutes. Wow!